Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and I'm back today with a video request, and it is for how to make an explosion box. Now, if you remember a few videos back, I did an explosion box card for Skylar for her birthday. So I'm just going to show just the general idea of how to put the explosion box together, or how you cut out your cardstock to make the box. I'm not going to show how to decorate the box. I will show the decorated box along with my gift in another video. So what you'll basically need is you're going to need some cardstock to make the box itself. And you're going to need one 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock for your box itself. And then you'll need, if you want to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper for your top, you can. I'm not going to, because I don't really need that much cardstock just to make the top. So I'm using an 8.5 by 11 sheet to do my top. And then for your layers inside your box, you're going to need two 12 by 12 sheets of paper to do the layers for the inside of your box. So that's basically what you'll need for your paper. And the paper that I'm going to be using for my box is this paper right here. And this is from a paper pack by Me and My Big Ideas. It looks like this. I'm sorry, there's a glare there. And then for my box itself, I went a little wild with this one because of the gift that I made to go along with it. And I used the scraps that were left over. So the cardstock I'm using is this cardstock right here. It's sort of a zebra animal print. And this is by Recollections. So now, what you'll need to do is you'll need to take your cardstock that you're going to be using for the box itself, and you want to take your scoring board, and I'm using the Martha Stewart scoring board, and you're going to go ahead and score at 4 inches all the way down. And what I like to do also, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to take and run some wax paper across my cardstock. I like to do that because it makes it easier to get the score lines. So I'm going to rub this down with the wax paper, then I'll come back. Okay everybody, so now that I've done that, the next score line you're going to make is you're going to score at the 8-inch mark, and you're going to score all the way down. Then what you'll do is rotate your paper again, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to score it at 4 inches. And you'll score at 8 inches. And you'll score all the way down. And then the next thing you'll do is you're going to cut out the 4 corners. So you'll just cut down and across, down and across, down and across here. I'm sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. And then down and across. So make sure you cut out the 4 corners only. And then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come back. Okay everybody, so now that I've gone ahead, or you've gone ahead and cut out your 4 corners, this is what you should have. And it looks like this. I'm going to flip it over so you can see that. So what you want to do next is just go ahead and make sure that you fold in your score marks where you scored at. And we'll just go ahead and score those, because those are what's going to fold in to form your box. So now I use my paper trimmer to cut my four corners out. You don't have to. If you think you can cut a straight line, go ahead and cut it with your scissors. I'm not too good at cutting a straight line, so that's why I used my paper trimmer to cut. So basically, this is your box. Now, I know there are a lot of other explosion boxes out there, and I did do one for my husband for our anniversary. I think it was not last year, but the year before. And you can continue adding layers on top. So if you wanted to add another layer on top of here, you could do that, and then you could layer another layer on top of that. I'm not going to go over the measurements for that because that's not the kind of explosion box tutorial that someone asked me to do. I may do one in the future, but not right now. The other thing I wanted to point out is once you cut out your four corners, you do have these 4 pieces of scrap left over. So if you want, rather than using another 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you could go ahead and cut these down and add these along here. Now you won't have enough for the center one, but you could go ahead and put something else in the center. But I've got this paper to add in the inside of mine, so I'll just save these scraps for something else. I do believe that I'm going to take one of these and put them in the center. So that's just something. If you're not using double-sided paper, if you're using double-sided paper, then you don't have to worry about adding that bottom layer if you don't want. So now let's go over making our top. And we're going to use this 8.5 by 11 for our top. So now your top measures 6 1/16 by 6 1/16. And in case you don't know what the 1/16 is on your paper trimmer, I'm going to bring this up. It is going to be this very first line right here. And that's just so that it fits. It's not quite 1/8 of an inch, so, and it's not quite 6, so that's why I made it 6 1/16. So go ahead and cut out your cardstock for your top to be 6 1/16. Once you have your cardstock cut out at 6 1/16, once again we're going to take out our scoreboard and we're going to score 1 inch all the way around. And we'll just rotate and just keep scoring 1 inch all the way around. And what you should have once you've done that, I'm going to move the scoreboard out the way. Go ahead and do your scoring. Makes it a little bit easier to cut when you go ahead and cut this out. So I'm going to just go along here and score. And I'm going to score this side. And scoring is very important when you're doing this. Okay, so once you've done your scoring and you've made sure you've gone all the way around, the next thing you'll do is you're going to just take just a sliver out of each corner to form your box. So now I'm going to bring this up to the camera, and this may be difficult to see because this is black paper, but I'm just going to cut along that score line like so. And then I'm just going to take just a little sliver. And you don't need that much. So it's about that big out on each side. So we'll rotate this over and we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll just take just a little sliver out. And I'm actually cutting on the score line. And then just a little bit over. So I'm going to cut on this one. And as I said, this may be difficult to see because this is black cardstock. So, and then I'm just going to take a little sliver out of that one. And then we'll do our last side. And then we'll go ahead and put our top together. So I'll cut along there. And then just a little sliver. Okay, so now we're ready to fold in each side and put our top together. So now I'm going to be using score tape to do this, because I really want this top to stay together. So I'm going to put my score tape along here. And I think, well, we'll use this size. I was going to use the 1/8 of an inch size, but we'll use this one. And I'm going to get this along here. So go ahead and put your score tape along on your tabs. And then once you've done that, we'll go ahead and put in our corners and put our box top together. Okay, everybody, so I'm about to line up my last piece, and I just want to fold over my score tape that went over the top. Now, when you're putting this together, you want to make sure that you line up your top and your sides evenly, because you want your box top to fit on there and not be wobbly. So there is our top, and to make sure it fits, we're going to just close up our box real quick, and we'll just add our top, like so. So now you see why you needed just that 1/16 or that 1/16 of an inch to add on there. So now that we've got the actual outside and our box put together, when we come back in part 2, we're going to go over working on the inside of our explosion box. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.